está conmigo. Me trata bien duro, dice que soy que es enemigo. Sé que tú quieres estar conmigo, te siento el flow que tú te aprendí.
Que lo que mi gente, welcome back to episode 6 of Las Chicas del Barrio. It's your girl, Nati Natalia, and I got my girl, That Killer Brit. Unfortunately, Steph couldn't be with us this episode, but she's definitely on the next one. So we love you, Steph. Get those A's, baby girl. She's a little packed with homework. So
it's finals week, so you know we're all trying to get our lives together.
Yep. Period.
Mm-hmm. Take a shot of you here, period.
So on this episode, we're talking about goals, short term, long term. And yeah, let's get into it because 2020 has been a little hectic year, but don't stop the grind. That don't stop the grind at all. So Britt, what are your short term goals or what are your goals in general for the year before this COVID?
Okay, so before COVID, pay off my debt. A bitch owe a lot of money in debt. Let me tell you. Disgusting. Like disgusting. So that was definitely one of my goals for 2020. This was before COVID. Another goal that I have. Wait, what would be considered short term? Like, is this your short term and then something for next year? Or is it like 5 years short term?
We could do like this year and maybe next year short term, and then where do we see ourselves by the
5
time
years?
we're 30? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Okay, yes. So, short term, pay off my debt, pay off my student loan. It was to get a car.
Yeah.
You already know. And to buy a house by next year. Those are my goals. In reference to the loan, I paid off my credit card loan, which was, for those of you, my friends know, that shit had me so stressed out for like the longest. Listen, guys, if you ever pull a credit card, don't be a dumb B word like me. Okay? Do not do it to yourself. Like, it's honestly, you don't need it, but I did it dumbly, young and dumb, as I like to say. And now, thank God, I only owe like one card, and it's like barely $1,500. So compared to how much I owed before, this is like a little bit. So, that shit was steep. So yeah, so thank God for that one. And then I got a car too, so I got 2 checks so far. I'm doing good on that. I only have to work now on my student loans, which is the next thing I'm working towards, I guess, to pay off. And then next year I'm buying a house. Like, I already talked to a realtor. Shout out to Maria. Shout out Maria. That's my realtor. You know, because at first I thought it was kind of stupid to hit up a realtor, but then I was like, okay, if I want to, like, you know, find out these questions that I have to talk to somebody. And I actually went to school with Maria, which was really cool. And so she's giving me like a lot of tips and stuff like that because she's gonna help me buy my first home. So Instagram below, so you guys can hit her up. She's a really dope realtor, actually. So that's pretty cool. I'm doing that, and I got a new job.
Oh yeah,
you need a job? Yeah. I was like, how? They're probably like, damn, she's busting foes and shit on people. No. I actually got a job, guys. So, fun fact behind that was last year, God kind of like talked to me. And, or those of you who don't believe in God, source, and, you know, I believe in God. So I'm just going to say God because that's what I believe in. So God spoke to me and, I was talking to God basically. And I was like, God, listen, I'm really not happy at my job. I'm like, it's not for me. And I need you to tell me whether or not I have to leave this job. Like, I really need you to tell me, you know? And I think I was talking to you, Nat, and I turned and I was like, yo, I'm out. Like, I'm out. I'm out. And then Nat came down, and I had already told my parents, and my mom flipped shit. My mom was like, tú sos loca, ¿cómo tú vas a pagar los biles? Y esto y lo otro. And basically what she was saying in English was, you're dumb as fuck. Like, what are you doing? You know, like, my mom's the type of person where if you are already securing the bag, basically, you need to stay securing the bag. Don't take, like, she barely takes the leap of faith. Is that the term? Okay. So she's not that type of person, you know, unless it's something hardcore and secure. And I was like, listen, Mom, I love you and all, but I'm not happy, and this is not for me. So I took a great hiatus, not knowing how I was going to pay anything. And when I say God works in mysterious ways, God, like, you put that 1 foot forward, God got you the whole way. I'm telling you, like, I am the living testimony of that. My mom to this day is shook of how much she goes, yo, Dios, like, in verdad, like, God loves you. And I'm like, girl, I know, like, rep Jesus 24/7, baby. Like, let me tell you. So yeah, so basically, I got a new job. I work at a bank now. And yo, the benefits, I see why people work for the federal government. Yeah, bro, they be eating. Let me tell you,
dude. Yeah,
I'm making more now than I did before. Yeah, I'm making
Yeah.
a lot more now than I was before. So I was like, what the fuck? I was like, crazy. Though that's not like working at a bank is not my end goal. It's just something that I'm going to use to my advantage so I can get to my end goal. Because my ultimate end goal is I want to be financially free from any debt, and I want to own my own business. So having that job and working at a bank is only providing for me and my business. And I'm using them the same way that the system uses me. I'm using them too because I'm going to get the benefits, and that hopefully in the end is going to help me out in the long run. So yeah, those are my goals and what I've achieved and shit. How about you, Nat?
Damn, girl. Mine, okay, so for this year in general, one of my biggest goals was so for this past year, I've been taking real estate classes online. Hopefully, praying by the end of the year, all this is gone, or at least a little better, so that way I can reschedule that and get that. So by the end of the year, I should be a realtor in the state of California. So
period, sis. I'm buying a house in Cali.
girl, I got you on that. And then my other goals, I'm trying to think. Okay, so right before COVID as well, I became a youth leader at my church, and that was something that I really wanted to do because I felt like I needed to volunteer more. But I have like 6 little girls in 8th grade that are in my group, and they're just the cutest things ever. So I'm really glad I got to do that. I want to become an adoption lawyer, help families become families.
That's so
And
nice.
yeah, so now I'm looking more into seeing what I could do internship wise, and or even like volunteering with foster care and all that stuff, so I could get a little bit more experience and a little bit more knowledge about that. But yeah, so that was like a little revelation. So that's definitely my goal within the next 3-4 years to
That's
get
so nice,
my
though.
Juris Doctorate. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
really good, actually.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, I just want to help people, man. Shit. I want to have at least 3 investment properties because I want to own my house, but I definitely want to have other properties that, because okay, like look, to be a millionaire, if you read stories or you talk to anybody who is successful and are millionaires, you will see that they have multiple sources of income.
Yes.
You know?
Be woke, guys. That means not just your typical 9 to 5. It's your 9 to 5 plus X, Y, and Z afterwards. You know, you work 9 to 5, but then you got 6 to 12. Yeah. That's where you make your money. For your
dad was never one to be, well, your name could be on the door. He said,
yo, shout out to girl dads.
Yeah, shout out my hell yeah.
Because I think his your first 3 siblings are girls, right?
Yeah, we're all the older ones. Us 3 are all women. So, he taught me that if you ever pass by buildings, you'll see like a name on the building, like Wells Fargo or something. That's the person who generates the most amount of income. The whole building isn't owned because you'll have different businesses in there. And that's my goal, is to have my last name, Estrada, on a building. So when one day when I bring kids into this world, they're going to look and say, that's mommy's building. You know, like that's what I want. That's my long-term goal. Like one of my big long-term goals.
That was so good, actually. Damn, that was honestly really inspirational.
When I make it, my whole family's coming, my whole community's coming with me, you know?
Exactly. Thank you. Yep. That's why, like I said, B. Simone, perfect example. She's like, it's very lonely to be a millionaire at the top because you know why? Everyone's looking at you to pay for the bill. Why can't we all pay the bill? Why can't you bring your team up with you? So when the check comes, shit, I got it. Next check comes, shit, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does it always have to be that one person has to eat? You know?
Yeah.
But then I think also you have to be selective with who you choose to be in your circle because that can influence you a lot.
Yeah, definitely true. I think it takes a certain type of mentality and a certain type of drive to have that, because you could talk about having all these things, you know, like we all have dreams and we all have goals, but it's another thing to put forth action.
Like, oh my God, this shit pissed me off. This happened to me. Like, okay, so when I was younger, guys, I'm so smart, but I was like a smart child, growing up like and stuff. So I got invited to go to the White House.
Oh, shoot.
And my mom had told, that's something like in the Latino community, like they brag about, because it's like, wow, like my daughter is doing it, because you're proud. So she had told her friends, and one lady was like, oh, I don't understand how a child who comes from an immigrant mother is able to go. She's like, que yo no entiendo, mis hijos nacieron aquí y los dos padres son de aquí y nunca han invitado a mis hijos to go see the White House, and someone who's born from a migrant mother is given that opportunity. It doesn't make sense to me. And I was like, what the fuck? My mom literally dropped that person for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
let me let you know that, because it's like, how selfish. Like, that's my goal. I'm working my ass off, not just for myself but for my family. And how dare you come and throw that shit? That's why I say, like, when you have goals in life, fuck all the haters, because at the end of the day, boo, you ain't shit.
You have to develop that strong mentality that you can't let people's opinions face you. It's like that quote that's like, why would you take criticism for somebody who you wouldn't take advice from?
What fucked up about that shit though is that she wasn't even like herself. She wasn't even white. She was Puerto Rican. And I was like, girl, look, when my mom told me, I was like, Mom, this is exactly why you can't be listening to other people. And that's why, me personally, when people talk, I just let them talk. I honestly don't take people's advice sometimes, because I'm just like, I'll tell you, okay, yeah, but in reality, no, because in my head, I know what I'm gonna do. If I make this choice, it's because I made the choice, not because I listen. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you listen to some opinions, of course, but other things, sometimes people are just trying to tear you down at the end of the day, and you need to come out on top, and you have to make your own choices. That's how you live and learn, and that's from how you learn from your mistakes as well. Because trust me, there's been so many times where I've been wrong about things because I don't take people's advice. But guess what? That's made me who I am today, and has put me in the position that I am today. Because if I would have listened to all those people that told me after I quit after I left the shoe store that I was working at, oh, you're never gonna find anything better. You're gonna always work at a mall. I ended up working at corporate world. I ended up getting hired at a law firm with no law firm experience at 18 years old, I think, or 19 years old. That doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't happen. So like I say, when you want shit to go, or you want to make shit happen, you take the shit by the balls, and you're like, listen, it's my choice, it's my world. And one thing that I learned, envision yourself and who you want to be in the future. See yourself now, like, sit here, take it in a deep breath, and envision yourself in your head, what you see yourself. What do you see your house looking like? What do you see, like, if you're going to have a boat, what type of boat do you want? What type of car do you want? Envision yourself in that, because that's the only way that these things are going to be possible. The minute you don't envision yourself, you're just going to be there. 9 to 5 is making money for that corporation, for that company. It's not making money for you. They're renting your brain for how much you think your brain is worth, compared to when you're your own business. You're the one that's making the shots. You're making money for yourself, your own income, Look at these people. Fashion Nova, prime example. These people making millions of dollars off of us pays a penny or whatever. What is it, like 10 cents an hour to these people, 10. Like, you see all these companies, they're making all this money. Are they giving back to the community? No. Now all of a sudden they want to support these Black Lives Matter and all these things now because they see what the fuck is popping off. Don't do it because it's convenient. Do it because you mean it, because you want to help your society. For example, me personally, in my business, what I want to do is I want to help my Latino community. Not to say that other communities are less as important. No, they're not. And I would love to help those too, but I'm looking to help out my community as well, because just the same way that people are able to help their community, I want to help out my community. I want to bring social justice issues that we're dealing with as well to light. And that only happens when you make that first step and you dream big. Because if you're not dreaming big, then you're not going to see any point in helping out anybody in your community, whether it be people of color, whether it be Hispanics, whether it be whites, whether it be, people from Iran, Iraq, like all these places, the Middle East, like we're all going through a war right now, and it's crazy to think about this, but like you need to start envisioning yourself of what you're going to do to help be a solution to the outcome of that. Because in reality, if you don't have each other, then you don't have nothing. And that's the sad truth.
You have to fail. You have to fail to learn, but fail forward. Because if you fail and you're like, damn, like I can't do this or I suck. And it's like, no. Okay, you failed one time. When you listen to Starbucks, Coca-Cola, I think only sold 12 to 20 bottles their first year. Look at them.
multi-million-dollar
international
companies.
now.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to fail multiple times in order to get back up and learn. It's like riding a bike, learning to swim, all that good stuff. If you didn't fail, you wouldn't know how to do it. So I think that that's one thing that we kind of in the Latino community, it's it's one, a competition, like how that Puerto Rican lady was like telling your mom all that stuff. Two, I don't think that we support each other enough. You know what I mean? I think we're very quick to judge each other, but we're not quick to support each other. And if you have these big goals, go out and reach them. Lift each other up. Don't be a Grinch. Don't be a grouch. Lift each other up. And
stop hating. Shit. Like,
and
for real, support one another. Like,
yeah,
if you're not doing that, then what's the point? Like,
and
literally,
that's
like,
the thing.
everyone's doing is something different. You feel me? Listen, I like to make t-shirts. I like to make jackets. I like to make cups. I do shit like that. My business is different because it's me. It's surrounded by what I like and what I like to do.
Yeah.
I have no problem with teaching someone how to do something because in reality, that's their business. That's what they're learning to do. They're going to create their own style. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like since everything always has to be a fucking competition, it's like, you look how far competition has gotten us where we can't even, like, it's blacks versus whites right now in the streets. You feel me? Like, it's a competition now. Like, it should never be like that. It should never be like shit like that. Should have stayed back in the 1960s when it should have been fixed. But no, because people want to like say, oh, like all these things are happening, and it's still an issue. It's ridiculous, It comes to a point where it's just like, listen, like, we got to own up to the shit where it's like the system failed us. You have to be like, what am I doing differently so that I don't fail the system?
And that's one thing too. Like, you got to be part of the change, people. Like,
I have people who are like, oh, Britt, like, you're such a good person, you do a lot of things, but they never think that I'm gonna amount to anything more, And it's like, no, baby, I don't sleep thinking about, oh my God, Fulano said that I'm not gonna make it. No, and I'm not gonna sit here and brag and tell you everything that I'm doing good in, because I feel like, for me at least, I don't like to brag about the shit that I'm doing. Because I'm just like, no, I'm just going to stay quiet. And when you see me in my house, you're going to be like, oh shit, she bought a house. When you see me with that new car, oh damn, you got a new car? Yeah, because I'm working my ass off behind the scenes. I don't need to post on social media 24/7. I don't need that energy. Like, I don't.
That's what's wrong with, I feel, this generation and society. It's like, you have to get validation by posting a story or by posting on your feed, or like how you were saying earlier about the behind the scenes work. Like, Instagram is not real life, like, okay, so honestly, you could have so many followers on the ground, but I probably talk to maybe 10 people that I could count on my hands.
For real.
They talk to me and I talk to them, like, dude, how are you? You feel me? Otherwise, it's like and move on,
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel with that. I feel like, honestly, like, for example, me, if I post something, it's because I want you to see it, not because I feel obligated for you to see it. And sometimes I post stuff, like, for example, if I got my new car, shit, you'll see like the inside of my car, but I'm not gonna sit here and post my life away about how I got the new car and blah blah blah. Though, don't get me wrong, I worked my ass off to get a new car. Yeah, I did. What the fuck? I had a new car for 6 months, working my ass off trying to figure out catching the bus. Bro, I would take 2 buses just to get to school every fucking morning and every fucking afternoon. But you know what? Best believe no one ever said, hey, Britt, like, oh, are you going through, I see you, like, they're never going to say, oh, I see you going through this, because I'm not going to let you see that. I'm going to work my ass off so that when you see me, it's going to be like, damn, she snapped, But best believe, there's always beauty in the struggle. Never forget that. Never forget that. There's always beauty in the struggle. Period. He did. Sexy ass. That's why, for me, it's one of those things where it's like, when I set my goals, it's because I'm going to do them and I'm going to achieve them. And I have no problem with working my ass off. Bro, at one point I was working 2 jobs. Like, I have no problem doing that. Like, I'm going to make my money some way, somehow, And that's why when people are like, oh my God, I wish I could be like you. Okay, so what are you doing to be like me? What are you doing? What are you putting forth? What do you have plans? What are your plans? Like, what are you trying to do, And then that's when like, oh, well, I put in an extra shift at work. And I'm like, listen, that's all cool and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's money that's getting taken out of that. So you're putting in that extra shift, but that's just going to your taxes that you have to pay for when they take it out your check. So in reality, people don't put that into perspective, you know, like people don't think about that, where it's just like, yeah, you could put working overtime and all this, but in reality they're just taking more taxes out of your check. So what's the point?
I think that's the thing too, where it's like you have to take the time to educate yourself, because what you learn in the classroom isn't, one, necessarily true. Two, it's not that there is to life, you know?
Girl.
Especially right now with what we're going through.
That's why I feel like, honestly, we have to live in a world where you listen. You need to think about what you need to do in life. You need to have a plan, set goals, right? Once you set them goals, I'm not telling you, oh my God, you're going to set 10 goals and you have to complete these goals by this time, because if they're not done here, that's it. Your life is over and you're a failure. No, that's not it whatsoever. Give yourself 3 goals to complete by the end of the year. Hey, I want to lose 5 pounds. Realistic goals too. I'm not telling you you're going to lose 100 pounds in 3 months. No. If you want to lose 5 pounds, or you know what, let's not even say weight wise. You know what? How we did the challenge thing. I'm going to run 10 miles a week. Right? I'm going to do 2 miles every day for 5 days, you know, or like I'm going to do 1.5 miles or whatever, you know. Set yourself with first short-term goals that you're able to accomplish. And those short-term goals are going to help you towards your towards the goals that you have that are longer, you know? Yeah, because long-term goals are that's your outcome. That's what your outcome of your short-term goals. You're doing short-term goals to help benefit you for your long-term goals as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So and get someone who's because I feel like
ask questions.
Yeah, get someone who's gonna hold you accountable. Like, okay, 100%. So for instance, Brittany and I, as well as some of our friends, we did a running challenge where we're gonna run 10 miles. So we would hit each other up, like, "Hey, girl, did you run your miles?" Or we would let each other know, like, "Oh, this afternoon I'm gonna go run too," or "I didn't run today, so I'm gonna run tomorrow." You know, like have somebody hold you accountable, because if you're just accounting for yourself, it's like, I could do it tomorrow. I could do it later.
Yeah, you're not motivated. You're like, oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Let's be real. I've said it so many times. I'm gonna work on this tomorrow, and this is one thing I need to work on is procrastination, babies. Because I'm the greatest procrastinator. Like, and I don't know, I come up with A1 work though, but oh my God, I need to stop procrastinating, because I give myself anxiety, like procrastinating, and that's something that's a short-term goal that I need to work on. I want to speak to someone who's been debt-free. You know, like Dave Ramsey, love that guy. Fucking, oh my God. Oh, un viejo que me encanta. Him. I love him. He's so good. Like, if you want to manage your money, listen to him. Like, he's so good at that. Like, you need to speak with people who are going to influence you in a positive way. Don't sit here and listen to your trap homeboys telling you, nah, kid, you don't need that. Well, a credit card. You want the government to fucking have your information. You need a credit card. You need a credit score, because cash don't mean nothing, baby, if you don't got credit. Cash don't go nowhere. Yeah, I can get you to fine restaurants you pay in cash, but when you want to buy a house, they're going to check that credit. When you want to get a car, they're going to check that credit. All of that is necessary. Cash could basically wipe your ass with that at this point. You want food, you want grocery store, you can pay in cash. Yeah. But when you want to buy a house, when you want to have obtainable things, you need credit. And you're not going to have that unless you put in that work. And you talk to somebody, be like, hey, what credit card should I get? What should I do? It's true. Yeah. Like,
because we all have sad stories. We really do. We all,
oh, yes.
Financial, daddy issues,
100%.
whatever.
All of the above, baby.
But not all of us with success stories. So I'd much rather be with the people who we're going to talk about our success stories rather than talking about our sad stories. Because, like, oh, well, you know, like, I didn't have money, or, oh, well, my mom or dad wasn't around, or, oh, da 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 da. It's like, okay, cool, but what did you do about that besides sitting and being sorry for yourself? Exactly.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you can pity yourself sometimes, but don't sit in the pity. Because the minute you sit in the pity, you expect people to always feel bad for you. And in reality, listen, this is the realest shit that I'm going to say right now is, I personally don't feel bad for people. I'm going to be honest with you. You are in the predicament that you're in because of X, Y, and Z reasons. Okay. And now for me, at least, it's okay. I get it. Everyone, listen, people see me and they think I'm a happy person. Shit, I be going through shit. I be going through deep ass shit that none of you guys will ever know in your life, because I will never say it. Not even to someone who's my best friend will I ever say the real shit that I'm going through. You know why? Because that's something within me that I'm dealing with. But best believe that I never expect someone to have self-pity for me. Ever. I don't do self-pity. I don't believe in that. Like, I'll have friends who, like, they get emotional, they think that I'm mean and that I'm heartless. Cool, you can think that, but it's not me being heartless, it's me being realistic with you. It's in reality, you have two ways. It's two ways that I see it. It's either you're gonna be sad and depressed about the situation that you're going through, or you could be like, you know what, I gave myself these 2 days. Okay, I'm figuring it out. And what am I gonna do to move forward? If you're not trying to move forward from it, then you need to seek help. And if you're not even willing to do that, then that's something that you need to reevaluate. Because as long as you're making the effort to better yourself, that's the purpose of it. Don't sit here and be like, oh well,
that
my
gets
dad is like this.
so
Yeah, like no one's
fast.
gonna want to be your friend. I wouldn't want to be your friend. I'm gonna be like, listen, if you're gonna tell me the same story every month, how you're sad because you don't have enough money in your bank account, what the fuck are you doing then? What are you doing? Why are you, oh, can you loan me $5? Oh, can you cash out me 10? Okay, so what is it that you're doing that you can't even afford $10? But when I see your Instagram over here smoking your little hookah, drinking your bottle at the club, like, are you kidding me? Right there. There goes your fucking $60 on the hookah and your fucking $100 bottle.
That's one thing
I don't care if you're sharing it with 5 people. That's $20 each for a bottle. So
you need to get comfortable making sacrifices because things aren't going to be handed to you. Like if you choose your social life or your going out life over your future, you're going to be very sad in the future.
Don't get me wrong. I love going out. Bitch, I love it. I love it. But best believe I'm going to all the free events. I'm smart. You see me out,
Feel me?
but best believe how much I'm spending. I'm not
Ladies'
spending
night.
$100. I'm not spending no $100 for nothing. Hell no. What the fuck? Nope. I'm spending my free drink at Blackbird on Tuesday, my fucking free drink at Boogie's on Wednesday, my free drink at fucking Centro on Thursdays,
Ooh, I miss
my
Centro.
free drink at fucking what was the name of that bar in Brickell that we went to?
What tavern?
No. What was it? It was in Brickell.
Candela?
No, it was by it was a night that I forgot. I forgot the name of the bar, whatever. But best believe I'm drinking there too on Fridays for free because it's happy hour from 10 to 12. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing things where you can still have a social life, but you're also planning for your future. You feel me? That's the thing. You need to look. You have this. This is technology right here. This goes with you everywhere you can. Look up things. Do free things. I'm queen of the free shit. Like, I love it. That's why y'all be seeing me out, but best believe I got a Groupon.
Yeah.
Best believe I'm on Yelp. Best believe I'm reading reviews. Best believe, oh, what? 50% off? Okay, let me get two. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to plan for the future because don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to stay home and, you're going to struggle now. Yeah, you're going to struggle, but you can also have a social life and not spend $200 a night. Because in reality, you're going to end up like me, broke when I was young, stupid, in debt, like an idiot.
I hate asking people for stuff. Like even if it's $1 because I forgot my wallet or something, like no. So why? That's why I work so freaking hard because I hate asking for people. I don't like that. I like knowing that, you know what, this all me. What you see, that's me. This isn't my mommy, my daddy. And if you have that, cool, But for us,
but we weren't given that lifestyle, You get the what is it? You get the hands that you get the cards you were dealt with. There you go.
And you work
you
with
have
it,
to do.
you know? So I'm doing everything in my power so that way I could give my parents 100% more because they may not have given me everything I wanted, but they've given me everything I needed. And that's the basic stuff. So I'm here using the tools that I got and say, okay, so maybe I wasn't born into money, but how can I get myself to be where the money is? Because Alice was born into her rich parents, nannies, cars, food for days, all that bebo. But she can't read a book or write a sentence to save her life.
Yeah.
When she goes into a crowd, she's not confident in herself to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to take it from here.
Yep.
So that's the difference. So just because you're handed, I don't want to say the shorter end of the stick, but let's just do it for this purpose. Doesn't mean you can't use that to your advantage. You're going to have to work a little harder, but that doesn't mean anything. Because if you really want it, at the end of the day, you're going to go and get it.
Period. Thank you. Always believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself. And you know what? If you guys ever want to talk, ever want to discuss anything, we're always here for you guys. We're always here. And we're super happy that we're able to speak on this platform and we're able to discuss these things, because I feel like now, especially that we're all going through it, no one ever wants to talk about their goals. It's something that you keep personal, and I feel like, what, it's okay to share your goals, because they're goals. You want to accomplish them. You want someone to like be like, oh my god, like you got it. I always share my goals with Nat, actually. Like, Nat, I'm planning this. She's like, girl, you got this. And don't get me wrong, I have people that be like, oh, are you sure, like, but like, or like, I had people where I told them, oh, I want to open up my own shirt business or something, and they were like, oh, okay. Didn't even they, right? I've told Nat, like, they're like, oh, are you sure about that? Like, I don't know, like, or I don't see you doing that. Who are you to say who you see and who you don't see? Like, who are you in reality? You're not me. You don't know what I bring to the table. Again, stop selling yourself short. Okay. Don't let people think that you are at the minimal, like you're barely passing. No, you are superior, bro. You can be better than half of these supervisors that are working at these malls. You can be better than half these people that are working at banks. Because I work with people at banks, and let me tell you, not all of them are the smartest bunch. Okay, let me tell you. Let's get that facade out of there. Let me tell you, I've worked with attorneys who are not smart at all. Okay, that barely, bro. For a fact that they were using Quizlet for a little minute. Okay, so don't sell yourself short. You're going to come out on top, and you're going to do it. Just take each goal day by day. Do one goal at a time. Don't rush it. There's no need to rush. It's life. God only knows how long you have. As long as you're making it count, that's all that matters.
Life's too short. Hold yourself to a higher standard and just do the work. That's it.
100%.
Mind your business.
I agree.
Do your work.
Yep.
Be nice to people. And that's it.
Period.
But so this is gonna be week 2 of the local artists and small businesses. So it's my turn.
And we have a dope ass artist from the LA area. That's all I gotta say.
So
so excited.
So yeah, as Britt said, he's a DJ from Cali in the LA area. His name is Saad. And I asked him a couple questions. So I asked him how long has he been making music for. He said he's been making music for about 7 to 8 years now, but he didn't start producing until 2 years ago. Before I knew how to work the software, I was writing songs on my guitar. So he also plays guitar, ladies.
Wow.
I asked him what his inspirations come from, and he says they're from different genres, but to pick his top 3: Linkin Park, J. Cole, and San Halo.
Oh,
dude, I know.
it.
I was like, damn, those are good. The third question. I asked him what's his goal with his music. Like, when people hear his music, like, what's the goal that he wants them to, or the feeling he wants them to get. So he said, I'm all about bringing a good time. My goal is to bring people together with the power of music, as well as tell a story in the form of music. I'm still not where I want to be when it comes to having my sound, but I definitely feel myself going in the right direction. Dudes, you guys gotta check out his SoundCloud. I'm gonna link it in our bio too. Super, super good.
I love it. I love it.
Hold 1 second. Sorry.
It's okay.
I asked him what advice would he give to someone who wants to pursue music. So just in case anybody is thinking of pursuing music, he said music is hard at first, but don't let that stop you from pursuing it. It takes a little time to get used to the instruments, but trust, once you get the hang of it, it's the most beautiful thing ever to translate your feelings into a song. I was like,
no,
that was so beautiful, he said.
Honestly, I support that. Honestly, I love them. I wish I was so musically inclined. I'm not. I'm trash.
Dude,
like,
honestly,
I used to play a violin though.
Oh, for real?
Yes, girl. From like the 3rd grade to like the 7th grade, like 4 years.
That's so cool.
I could probably still play a little song. You feel me? But I sold my violin because I was trying to get this money. But whatever.
Dude, that's so cool. So the last question. So the last question, I asked him what his favorite festival was, because before this we were talking about, sadly, all the festivals got canceled for the remainder of the year. But he said EDC hands down has to be my favorite festival I've ever been to.
I was there. That's all I gotta say.
I've never been around so many good vibes, smiles, and laughs in one place ever until I went, and it was easily one of the best weekends of my life. I highly recommend everyone go at least once. And I would say, honestly, yeah, I went to EDC for the first time last November, and it was freaking dope. But yeah, so that's Saad, you guys. Hit him up.
Love him.
DJ, like, honestly, you're gonna go so far. I cannot
sweetheart.
wait. Yeah. literally thank you for your freaking support.
Yeah, for real.
Since we first started talking, like you've been nothing but a sweetheart, super supportive. So please go check out his music because one day he will be at EDC and we're gonna be like freaking on the rail, like we out here.
Breaking our necks on the rail. Break your fucking neck, bitch. Yo, I can't wait. Saeed, I can't wait to see you at EDC. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I know him.
Yeah.
I'll be going crazy, on my little player vibes and shit. So that'll be super cool. I'm so happy that you introduced us to him. Listen, guys, like we said, we're always looking for local artists to shout out on our show. It's one thing what we want to do is we always want to give back to our community and we always want to bring, let people know about the underground people. Because I feel like like you said, growing up, we were never told that you can be a musician. You can only play the piano or the cello. You can't sit here and make people want to break their necks, and like be EDM artists or like things like that.
Cool, like because you put me behind a DJ table, like I'm pressing all the random buttons. Like that takes so much time and dedication, and like your brain, it's like knowing how to work.
It works different, but like
like that's so cool. The fact that you can produce music, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like definitely check him out, you guys. His SoundCloud will be in our bio, and I'll tag him. His Instagram too. So go follow, go support him. And thank you so much for letting me shout you out, Shadi. Thank you so much.
Bye. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Be safe.